Greetings, my friend. Thanks for joining me today. My name is David McLeod. I'm your life mastery coach, the creator of the Magic of I Am, and host of the Daily Affirmation program. In spite of all the work I've done on myself and continue to do, there are times when I find myself caught up in the chaos that results from allowing my ego mind to run the show. I see someone on the road who isn't driving the way I think they should, and I hear a pretty vocal chatter in my head about fools and idiots who shouldn't have license. Or I go to a movie and someone a few rows down from me decides to answer a text. Oh, for God's sake, I hear myself bellowing in my head, can't anybody follow the rules? Or maybe I see someone with 17 items in their cart at the express checkout, and I hear myself whining silently, what's wrong with this guy? Is it that he can't read or that he can't count? I bring up these examples for two reasons. One, you can probably relate to them. And two, well, they're a lot less graphic than some of the other dialogues that sometimes appear in my head. Now, you've heard me talk about the ego mind many times before, but if my own experience is any indication, it probably doesn't hurt for this kind of stuff to be repeated, perhaps often. When I become aware of the chatter in my head that is doing a lot of judging and whining, the first thing I do now is take a breath and acknowledge myself for becoming aware of it so much more quickly than I did the time before. Then I try to disengage from the voice so that I'm not actually having a silent mental conversation, and instead I just observe what the voice is saying and how the words sound in my mind. I notice that this simple act of observing seems to calm the voice down almost immediately. Then I try to imagine my own inner child as the owner of that voice. When I do that, I see this sweet little boy right in front of me who just seems to be upset that he's not getting the love and attention he wants. So I just visualize myself wrapping him in a big hug, bring him into my heart, and telling him I love him no matter what's going on for him. I also remind him that his words could be hurtful to others, and so I encourage him to find more self-responsible ways to express what's really bothering him. I found that these 3 simple steps bring me back to inner peace pretty quickly now. And this makes it very easy for me to forgive the driver on the road, or the moviegoer with the shiny phone, or the person in line with one too many items. And that act of forgiveness allows me to forgive myself for having the chaotic thoughts in the first place. It works for me. Why don't you give it a try and let me know how it works for you? Love your ego mind and have a wonderful week.